A study conducted by Harvard Business Review in 2016 found that companies with more than 10,000 employees could be spending up to 7 million in additional wages to compensate a poor employer reputation. Many companies claim that they have implemented standards of behavior toward candidates. At the same time, candidates believe that employers do not care about relations with people applying for a job. So, how is it possible that both sides of the process have such different assessments of the situation? My name is Kamila Ludwikowska, and today I will tell you about candidate experience in recruitment process in multinational companies. In today's video, you will learn how candidate experience in recruitment process influence your employer branding, is candidate experience worth measuring, and why? Now let's start with a short quiz. What can you say about the candidate experience level in your company? Answer following questions. Do you inform your candidates about the end of the recruitment process? Do you inform your candidates of the reasons for not qualifying? Do you research candidates' opinion on the recruitment process? If you answered no to any of the above questions, the video is definitely for you. Lack of the factors which I just mentioned makes candidates dissatisfied. So what do you think? What do dissatisfied candidates do? A candidate who felt not properly treated in the recruitment process can change the attitude towards the company's product or service. Also, may never apply to that company again. Also, can share opinion with family or friends from the industry, and also can advise against other candidates applying to this company. If you want to maintain a positive employer branding, you probably want to know how to ensure satisfaction of candidates even if they do not become employees of your company. Nowadays, candidates' expectations go far beyond the standard offered by employers. So, what nowadays candidates expect? They expect informing them about the end of the process, also providing them information on the reasons for not qualifying. They also want to have a short recruitment process. They also want to be in constant contact with the recruiter. They want to have friendly atmosphere during the interview. Also the opportunity to meet the prospective supervisor and future colleagues. Also, they want to have interview questions which are tailored to the position. Correctly conducted candidate experience survey includes an assessment of the expectations of all candidates, so those who failed to take the position for which they applied, as well as those who received and accepted a new job offer. Now there is a question, how to measure candidate experience? Candidate is like a consumer. Therefore, it is worth applying a methodology which is related to customer service. One of such methodology, a well-proven methodology that has been used for many years in the area of improving consumer experience, is named Net Promoter Score. The author of that methodology, Fred Reinhold, he described his methodology in the book titled The Ultimate Question in 2006. The methodology is based on the assumption that really satisfied customers, candidates in this case, are able to recommend their experience to other people. So to determine how likely they are to do this, we need to ask them a set of questions. First question might be, how much you would be willing to recommend other candidates to apply to our company? Candidates are asked to mark their answer on a scale from 0 to 10, where 0 means definitely not recommend and 10 definitely recommend. It is important that this question determines the tendency of candidates to recommend applying and working with us. Those who answered and who gave 9 to 10 points, they are so-called promoters for the first question. And in this case, we can ask also another question, the question that will investigate the reason that influenced the tendency to recommend. So the question might be, what did you like most about your application to our company? Tell us more and tell us all the items that contributed to high ranking. Now, those who answered 7 to 8 are called passive. They rate your company and the application process quite well, however, they missed something. So for them, we have another question. What in your opinion, should be improved in our recruitment process in the first place so that you would like to recommend us even more? And now those who answered from 0 to 6 are called critics. And according to NPS methodology, those critics are people who are dissatisfied. So dissatisfied people who see many areas for improvement. Therefore, we can ask them one more question. Identify all the elements of our recruitment process that you think need to be changed. That open question might be very helpful to design our recruitment process for the future. Now we can count our index. So in order to calculate the NPS index, we can perform a very simple action. From the percentage of people who are promoters, so let's say 40%, we should subtract the percentage of people who are critics, so let's say 30%, and then calculate our NPS index. So it will be 10 points in our situation. Now, is the calculation of NPS factor alone enough? The NPS indicator is just an indicator. It allows you to establish the starting point and then monitoring its change over the time. According to the author of the methodology, the most important thing is what you will do with the feedback collected from candidates and what will happen after the survey. In addition to traditional NPS question, when researching the experience of candidates, it is worth to ask also some other question. It might be, after completing the recruitment, did you receive feedback on the decision made? How do you rate the usefulness of the feedback provided to you? During the interview, did you find out about all the information you need to make a decision regarding our offer? And finally, a recipe for success. There are 4 factors of success while designing your candidate experience survey. So the first one, adapt research to business needs. There is no such things as universal questions in the candidate experience survey, of course, apart from the questions from NPS methodology. It all depends on the situation that we conduct the study. It also depends on the specificity and recent activities undertaken by the company. The second factor, ensure anonymity. Research participants and make them feel comfortable to express their opinions. Third factor, inform them about goals. Before starting the study, participants should know what is the purpose of collecting their opinions, what decisions will be made on this basis. And finally, share your results. It is a very good practice to thank for their time, for the time of your candidates, and to show them that we treat their feedback as a valuable material that we intend to work with. So now, is the candidate experience worth measuring? In the area of consumer service, the best brands gain NPS at the level of Tesla, 97 points, Apple, 89 points, Starbucks, 77 points, Amazon, 61 points. The average NPS for consumer brands is 44 points. Those companies use it to track the loyalty, engagement, enthusiasm of other customers. They also like the fact that the questions included in the methodology are very easy to understand. And finally, also they like it because it treats customer as loyal promoters. So the NPS methodology and the questions which are included there can help you to build a positive candidate experience that will influence your employer branding. Now share with me in comments how you will implement the standard of behavior towards your candidates.